Okay, this is gonna be. I don't know if I want to say short. I almost forget. Hey, Slayers. So this is probably gonna be a short video, but I got a couple of requests on people asking me how to set up Genesis emulators, Sega CD, 32X, and I'm gonna answer those questions. I'm gonna show you how I do it, at least how I did mine, and things like that. So first off, you want to search for, and this tutorial I'm doing could be used for any emulator. It's really not that difficult. But first, we're just gonna say Sega Genesis emulator. There we go. And you can choose which one you want. It really doesn't matter. Although, in my personal preference, I would say if you're looking for a pretty okay cheap one, go for a pretty okay free one, go for Super MD. But I mean, if you have money and you actually want a really good quality emulator, you could go for MD.emu. Just by the screenshots, you can clearly tell it's the better emulator. It's just all around. Now, personally, I have Super MD. This is the one I use. And there is a paid button here, but I mean, at that point, you might as well just get md.emu. But what you want to do is you want to load ROM, and first it's going to take you here. Now, some people might get confused instantly and give up. Don't give up. And I'm not going to show you or tell you where to get ROMs. It's pretty easy to find ROMs. I'm not going to show it here because of copyright reasons, but I'm just going to say it's pretty easy to find ROMs. It's not that hard. A Google search should help you out. So do not click any of these like I just did. Do not click any of these. Just keep going. Hit parent directory one more time. Go down to whatever folder you keep your ROMs in. Me personally, I just keep them in the downloaded folder. And here's all your ROMs. Now, some people have ROMs, some people dump cartridges. It's all up to you. But for people who has their ROMs on SD cards, and skip this step right here and skip these files and hit parent directory one more time or two more times, and here you can see what if you click emulated, nothing, but if you click self, nothing. You want to, this right here would probably be the top one, is usually going to be your SD card. So that's how you get Genesis games. Now to how you get 32X and Sega CD. Also, I also want to mention, really do want to mention this real quick. This emulator in particular, probably all of them, they double as Master System emulators. So the tutorial I just taught you would be exactly the same for Master System games. This doubles as a Master System emulator. So, and for 32X Sega CD, and really thinking about it, if you wanted to, you could get this one emulator instead. Hold on. And that emulator is Retro Game Center. Enjoy classic emulation games. This right here is an basically all-in-one emulator. So you really, if you could really just download this. I just prefer to have each emulator for its own. But I mean, there's no technical real 32X or Sega CD. But do not, when you get this emulator, do not click Browse Games. Go over to Play Now. And then go to ROM Scan. Now this will scan ignore that. This will scan your whole device for all types of games, for all types of ROMs. And I'm just gonna go through the system. I'm gonna list the system that it has. NES, we don't care about Nintendo. Super Nintendo, again, don't care about Nintendo. And 64, hate Nintendo. Game Boy, screw Nintendo. Game Boy Color, leave Nintendo out of this. GBA, please go away. And Nintendo DS. Now we're in the good stuff. So now this has Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Sega Mega Drive for Europe. Yes, this can do Europe. Sega CD, Sega 32X, Sega Saturn, which is a weird one. That's a very weird one, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna suck. Game Gear, arcade game systems, PlayStation 1, PSP, Neo Geo, 3DO. 3DO? I didn't even know I had 3DO. So we're just going to go to, me personally, Sega 32X, and you can see I have Knuckles Chaotix is the only game I have. And you just want to click your ROM, and you want to click start or resume, and that's what you want, and that's how you'll access all your games. And I'm pretty sure this is a genre. Yeah, see, this will go through all the games you have. If you have a lot of games, this will just be you pick, games based on certain things. I just have mine set to all. Ignore the ads. And finally, I'm gonna show you how to get. Again, I'm not gonna tell you where ROMs are, where to get ROMs. I'm just gonna say you can find ROMs. They're not that hard to find. They're not that hard to look for. A quick Google search or a YouTube search, or ROMs are pretty widely available. We know that. Unless you dump your games like I do with some of mine. But next I'm going to show you how to get Game Gear. This is strictly for Sega, but I mean, if any Nintendo YouTubers or anything watches this, which, why are you on a Sega channel? First off. Second off, this is pretty much how it works for almost all of them. Like I said, this one right here, if you're looking for an all-in-one and you're not like me, which I really don't like an all-in-one emulators, I don't like them at all, but some people do. But you're gonna need this one for certain consoles like Sega CD and Sega CD and 32X. This is Game Gear emulator. This will emulate Game Gear, and I'm gonna show you how it works. Now I have it right here. And this is another one that should almost immediately scan your games when you get on. So you'll immediately find your games. As you can see, I have columns. You click start, and there you go. That's from a last PlayStation. So that's how you would get Genesis games, Master System, pretty much anything else. Like I said, if you would like an all-in-one emulator, this is it for you. If you're more like me and you want your own specific emulator, now I am gonna mention that this one right here, I think it comes with some pre-built games, but I'm not sure. Or you have to download them off here. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. I'd go out getting my own ROMs because if this has Shaq Fu on it, it probably is not that trustworthy. So most likely I'd go get my own ROMs or dump my own ROMs, whatever you want to do. And you just press ROM scan, and this has a bunch of consoles. But me personally, I prefer having a separate emulator for each console. It just seems easier, even though that might seem easier. It is for some folks. For me, is this. This is easier, and I want to mention this plays also. They both play all the emulators I show you play ROM hacks, no problem. You might have to patch games, and if someone like I didn't get Streets of Rage, what's one? I had a ROM hack for Garfield and Streets of Rage for whatever reason I don't know, and I I forgot how to patch it, but I remember now. And if anyone wants me to make a tutorial on how to patch ROMs, how to patch games, patch the ROM to the game, you understand what I'm trying to say. I will totally do that. It's not a problem. But for now, that's my tutorial. See you, Slayers.